I cannot fathom that. Is it upbringing? Is it diet? Is it? And the other, Katiba Clyde was saying, Katiba was saying, look, how come one school burns today, right? Another tomorrow, another one the next. It's almost synchronized or choreographed.
Let me tell you, when schools burnt during our time,
yes,
it was just one school, and that was it, and it was issues that were personal to that school.
Like what?
Okay.
Dixon here, Mr. YouTube was saying, Auntie, you're denied watching a World Cup, so you burn your school.
Hey, that one would have caused trouble.
Yes.
That one would have caused trouble.
Are you people mental?
Are you crazy yourself?
Are you nuts?
You see, Jeff.
You know, it's upbringing. It's upbringing. You people are primitive. That's what you are. You're primitive. How can you burn a school because you're being denied watching television? Are you mad?
Hey, you don't understand what you're saying.
You don't understand yourself. You are mental.
No, you yourself, you don't understand.
You're denied TV.
It ranged from being denied TV, being denied entertainment was one of them.
What entertainment? A movie a week or what?
Maybe even just watching news. Or just maybe system. Kulikuwa na system hapo kwa dining hall. At the hall, msiki wekwe. And one morning, the headmaster say, no more music.
Why?
Just because people need to read.
Yeah, so go sing to each other. If you want entertainment, go entertain each other.
If you are a teacher in a school where I was, you'd have beaten you long time ago.
You see, it's the mentality.
It's not the mentality.
No, that's primitive.
These things ranged from school fees, increment that were not being. You understand?
Okay, let me ask you a simple question.
Sometimes,
can I ask you a simple question? Have you ever heard of Braeburn or Braeside or Brookside or St. Andrew's Story or Pembroke, Kenton College? Do you know where I'm going with this? You ever heard of them being burnt? Have you ever heard of student riots?
At Banda School?
Have you ever heard of
at
such?
Breeze? No.
Can you?
Even all those privileges.
What?
Earphones.
What's your point?
What more?
You're primitive, you people.
What more do you want?
It's upbringing.
There's no upbringing. You want Jamal, who is going to school with a fidget spinner in her hand, being dropped with a Range Rover to Band School. What for?
Now you're getting to the crux of the matter.
What for?
It is social standing.
That one is also another issue. Because one thing, some of the things that would lead to banning of school may be incompetent teachers. Why would I say incompetent teachers? You have exams coming up. The syllabus are not over. You people do not have enough teachers in the school. You understand? So you are struggling up in here and trying to push. Sometimes, please send us even teachers to just take us through the syllabus. Nothing is coming. You have like 7 teachers in the whole school. Your English teacher is your chemistry teacher, is your biology teacher. So what happens is a teacher walks in and all happen, the bell rings, you change books. The bell rings, you change books without changing the teacher.
So let me ask you.
That's number one. Okay, let me just take you through this.
No,
I don't want you to.
You've taken me.
I've not taken you through.
So,
you do not
so
know.
burning your school is the answer.
No, it's not burning a school. It's not burning school.
What is it?
It is just sending a message.
What message are you saying? You burnt your school.
Do you know a long time ago how you could send a message really far?
It was by smoke signal.
Smoke signal. So ikitoka kwa library maybe it is sealed. Uko very far.
Ujinga ni?
Hakuna kitu kama ujinga ni. But we never banned school because we were fearing exams. That is one thing that is happening now.
Yeah.
The exam fever is checking in, and some idiots who have been paraphilating and wanting to cheat are now using this as during my time when a school banned, it could be things like diet. You understand? Where you are in the school here and you keep on pushing, just please, we are as human as you are. We are paying school fees. Just even improve our diet. Kama ni getheri, jamani, ongeza hata mboga ndani kidogo. Ama ruhusa hata kama ni waru moja basi. You understand? Another thing that could have also caused some of this thing is these games.
What games?
You know how schools go for games, and so you just realize your school has not been registered and is not participating in any of the school games because walimu wamekula pesa ya kila kitu. Hockey sticks imekulwa, zimeuswa, nini imefanyika. That's when you realize, this time we don't have games. Moto.
And what will that solve? Is what I'm asking.
It will send a signal, a very strong signal to the teachers and the administration.
For you to what? Study under a tree?
You don't understand.
Primitive.
There's no primitivity.
The number to call, 0722
208820
or 0734
2088.
Let's hear your thoughts, because what Jalas is saying is absolute and utter nonsense.
That's what you think.
That's
Jeff.
what it is.
Can you ask these people when their school burnt, what was the reason?
Which people?
These people on the phone here listening to us.
Let them call.
They're here in their cars nowadays with their
maybe they have a WhatsApp group. They message each other.
To chome. But I can tell you, no single time did we ever ban school because we feared exam.
Because you're stupid.
No, don't use that word on me again. That's the last time. And
Hot 96.
Don't click, by the
what?
way. Don't click again. Jeff.
Hello, Hot 96, you're on the air.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, who's this?
My name is Mike.
Mike, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nairobi.
Yes.
Actually, I've even parked just to make this call because I'm really mad at what's going on.
Thank you. Mike, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
You know, I went to one of the schools that wanted to strike a few days ago. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to the reasons these kids are striking, they're shocking, because like they're saying they want to wake up at 7 and sleep at 8, at 9. You know, it's unreasonable. When I was in school, we used to wake up at 3:30 and go to bed at 10:30.
That's true.
We never striked. Our meals were pathetic. We never striked. We used to engage the school in barazas and stuff and try to work our way into having a better system.
Mike, let me ask you this, and thank you for pulling over to talk about this issue, because I think in our time, burning of a school was like unheard of.
It was unheard of. Schools that got burned were not the likes of Miranda High School. No, it was unheard of. You would have some village schools burning, but not the high-end schools in the country.
So, let me ask you. If you hear a school like Miranda burning, don't you think that there's a problem somewhere that somebody is not talking about? Because Miranda, first, is a top-performing school.
Yes.
That has great upbringing, and also the teachers in Miranda are... I think Miranda has always been one of the...
It's great heritage, great history. And history.
You understand?
Yeah, that is my school, and I speak about it with so much pride. So go on.
Do you think Miranda students have changed from what you people were then?
Okay, Jalas, I will give you one simple thing that is disturbing everyone in the whole country. The reason why you have all the kids in all the schools striking left, right, and center, it's not about school systems, because the systems are not so hard for any kid to manage. The problem you have as a country is parenting, period. Because we are having a generation of children who are so entitled to their opinions that they cannot even have the sense to reason with others. When kids are growing up, you'd go to a home and the kid is throwing tantrums, and the parents are like, "Ni mtoto, mwache tu."
So you think it's
habits are built up slowly by slowly, and the parents are leaving their kids to be brought up in the wrong way, in such a way that they only think that to solve a problem, they have to resort to violence so that they can be heard.
So Mike,
instead of engaging others. Yes.
So Mike, you think the way that they talk back to their parents at home is the exact same way they talk back to their teachers and principals and headmasters?
Exactly. They are so entitled to their opinions, and they think for them to be heard, there has to be violence. And this runs across the nation, from kids to adults to the protests we have, and to our politicians everywhere. Our teachers, our doctors, everywhere. We have to resort to violence all over. It's saddening.
We have a problem then, Mike. We have a problem.
Yeah, we have a problem in the nation. I don't know how we'll...
Did you ever live to think that you'll ever see kids in Miranda strike?
I never thought of it.
Because as we speak right now...
We couldn't even think that we could strike. It was unheard of.
Because even as we speak right now, life in Maranda is much easier. There's water. You people, I know you used to go kwa
We used
kutafuta
to go to
maji.
Pond Jalas. I know you know these things. We used to go
Yes.
to Pond, that
Pondo,
place.
it's called Pondo. I don't know where uko chini uko. Maranda didn't even have water.
We didn't
You
even
used-
have water.
You used to go and collect your own water.
Yes.
And come back.
Right now they have
We
water.
used to stay in the dormitory where Oginga Odinga himself stayed in.
Good
And that is
Lord.
as late as 2010.
And you never rioted or burnt anything.
We never rioted.
You cannot, Maranda, you cannot even think. But village school, huko ndani huko Nyamonye huko wapi?
And you know, I'll be very honest with you guys. The old boys of my school were really mad. Everyone wanted to go back to school and cane all those boys back to their classes.
Is that right?
Yeah, we have a name to protect here.
Correct.
Thank
Correct.
you.
Yeah.
Mike, solid points, man. Thank you so much. I think we're getting to the crux of the matter.
It's parenting.
And also
It's parenting,
primitiveness.
Don't bring primitiveness.
Primitive.
No, it's not being primitive. And again, one last thing. I think the reason why we didn't strike much then was because before Maranda became a national school, most kids who went there were from the village, so they really knew the value of education.
They knew the value of education. They wanted to better themselves, right?
Yeah, they knew what they wanted. But now we have Mabwenyenyes of Nairobi taking their kids there with choppers. Now these are kids who have been brought up in abundance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they want to take their comfort from home into school, which is, to me, is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
A child who was brought up here, huku Kitusuru, hapa Peponi, being choppered to Maranda,
Yes.
going to filtrate kids who are huko ndani ya
Yeah,
msitu.
but who's burning the school? It's the idiots who are the local children.
Local children
They're
cannot
calling
burn
our
the school.
children idiots.
Local children do not even know where petrol station is.
Oh, really?
It is these parents who have cars that know.
Look at this fool here talking. Thank you, Mike. Mike, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Keep calling.
Jeff, let me tell you something. Thank God we're using Maranda as an SI unit here. It was unheard of. You just like you hear St. Mary's
Or Lenana.
or Lenana
Or
School,
Nairobi School.
or Nairobi School, or you
Alliance.
hear Maseno School.
Maseno.
You understand?
It was high up there.
The schools of high
And Maranda's been burnt?
Maranda's been burnt. The kids are out, my friend. And this is a school that produces 100 airplanes. 100 airplanes. Now, you see, some of these schools have become national schools.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you find kids from the villages, Ukondani,
Yeah.
who just, all they need is education, and they want to come sit here. Now, being mixed with some entitled children, or some of them from Kisumu, who have been
So what does it do?
in the political
Is there
violence.
discrimination amongst? Or do you feel that you don't have? These kids are being driven in, and you're walking in or matatu day.
No, not even being driven in or being walked in. You understand? Some of these kids come into these schools now feeling that, you know what, I'm here for punishment. You understand?
Oh,
You get?
I should be an.
I should be in say
Kisumu boys.
Kisumu boys, or maybe, you understand, I don't deserve to be in this village schools.
I see.
My parents have brought me here to suffer.
so now-
Yet your parents now just wanted you to go to a good school where you could perform.
So now you're resisting.
You resist. So you are resist, and also it's also the society, my friend.
I hear you.
How long did we resist elections here?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Hot 96, you are on the air. Good morning. Hello.
You'll also speak, Bwana. So you get it.
I get it. Yeah.
It's coming in. It's coming.
So now these ones talk to these ones,
This one.
and they conspire.
They conspire. This is not how, some of these kids.
Hot 96, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, Hot 96, you are on the air.
Good morning.
Who's this?
My name is Anne.
And from where?
I'm from Nairobi.
Which school did you go to?
I went to Moi Forces Academy.
Oh my goodness, there you couldn't even dream or even fathom burning.
Never.
So what is the... go on, what is the
What I
problem?
think is, I'm with the guy who just called. Really parenting, because I think parents are failing, because when I grew up, you would not even think of banning that school. Where are you going? My mother would kill you.
Yes, your mother would kill you. Where do
Yes.
you have any children?
Yes, I do.
Where do they go to school?
It's in private school now.
It's what?
They go to private school.
Oh, right. Okay. So you say it has to do with parenting,
Yes.
and the parents are not doing their job. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Because the
That's what-
children are being raised by their maids.
made entitled children, like the guy said, they have no sense of responsibility. They think everything should be handed to them.
So you think the children should be choppered at home?
Yes, it starts. That's where it starts. Just
Yeah.
the thought of you
Yeah.
umefukuzwa shule, umechoma shule, would never even cross my mind.
Tell me something. Are you fearful of the kind of world your children are about to enter?
Yes, very scared. I see it, and I'm very, very scared.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
It's just it's a total mess. I look at the children walking around, the discipline, the lack of discipline, the young children, the drugs. It's just scary. I don't even know. Our future generation is in trouble, big trouble.
Absolutely. Houston, we have a problem.
I'm telling you.
Thanks so much, my dear. Appreciate your contribution to this conversation.
All right, have a good day.
All right, you too.
You see, Jeff,
Yeah.
like there's this case that is being followed up in Kisumu girls.
Some girls, yeah.
The kids went on strike, went on rampage, broke window panes.
Yeah.
Panes on what?
Window panes, yeah.
Window panes. So they were told, you will go home, come back with a fine of 5,000 per student. Okay?
Okay.
The parents are up and arms saying that they will not pay. They want to go to court.
The parents now.
The parents now, you tell me. If the parents are also going to court to sue the school,
Where is it going to end? Madness. Odd 96, you're on the air. Good morning.
Morning, Jeff. What an honor to talk to you in person.
Wonderful. Who's this?
This is Jean,
Jean from where?
somewhere in Nairobi.
Okay, Jean, where did you go to school?
Alliance girl.
Oh, hey. And at Alliance, Jean, would you ever dream of burning the school?
Actually, no. And that's why I just wanted to call in and say, for us to even think that you have a right to ban a school to make yourself heard is just criminal. Because I remember there was an incident, one of our dormitories caught fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the students who put out the fire, way even before the fire brigade arrived.
Right. The students put out the fire.
Yes, so that sense of pride in your school, that sense of belonging, I think we need to find a way to cultivate it.
Tell me something, Jean. What was the worst thing that ever happened at Alliance Girls while you were there?
We got suspended. I can't really imagine what could possibly go wrong, because the minute you did something,
Yeah.
I mean, you're kicked out.
So there was discipline then.
Yes, and the discipline was not even from the teachers per se. It was by the students for the students. We knew the discipline was good for us. Yes, when we were feeling crazy, we'd run around the school waving twigs and making noise, but it never really occurred to you to damage the school.
And, okay, Jalas was talking about food. Let's say diet, yeah?
Yeah.
If he was in some school and the githeri is, half cooked and it's almost unpalatable. How was the food at Alliance in your time?
It was normal. I mean, we ate nothing special. We had ugali cabbage, we had githeri, we had ugali madondo on Saturday. And there was even a time we used to have tea and bread and it was switched to porridge. No one even thought that we should riot. We complained, but rioting was just not going to happen.
It was out of the question.
Yes.
And yet, these kids of today, Gene, they've become a whole, I don't know, they've become insane.
We really need to look into our parenting discipline because, kids nowadays have access to information. If they see people shooting other in states and our local guys making noise on the streets, they'll think they have leeway to do stuff.
Wow.
But someone needs to stand up and say, no, these are your boundaries. You do this, you face the consequences.
Absolutely. Someone needs to put their foot down. Gene, one more question. Do you think corporal punishment should be returned to schools?
Yes, for me, I'm all for it.
Yeah, as am I. And, even parents at home, your kid gets out of line, kaboom!
Yeah.
Right? Chop 'em,
Yeah.
Toto.
Discipline the kid, put the fear of authority in them.
The fear of God in that child.
Okay, thank you.
Gene,
Nice
thanks so
talking to
much for contributing to this debate and conversation. Have a great day and thanks for tuning in.
you. You too.
Wow.